Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to our next video in the series of vocab presentations. Today we'll go through Book 6, Unit 6, Vocabulary Presentation Number 2. So this might be a word that you've seen before under having another meaning, as in to cause an accident, the verb form. But this we're talking about a cause in the sense of a principle or aim that people support or fight for. Okay, so a cause in this case means a principle, something that you believe in, or aim that people support or fight for. So first up, what word form is this word? What do we see? We see the article a followed by cause. What words normally follow an article? Yep, there's two kinds of words. They are either a noun or an adjective. But in this case, it is a noun. A cause is a noun. Number two, what is the verb form of this word? What is the verb form of this word? Remember, I just said it previously. That's right. The verb form is cause. Simply cause. And number three, can you list other examples of a cause? So here, these people are marching for the cause of education. Education is a right. They believe it's a right to have an education, to receive an education. Can you think of any other examples? Right, they might include healthcare. That's a very big health cause people fight for. What about human rights? And another one that's very important these days, environmental issues. Those are all examples of a cause that that people have principles about and that they support or are willing to fight for. Number four, which of the following is an example of a cause? A, watching TV, or B, raising money for breast cancer? Of course, B, raising money for breast cancer. This is a noble cause to fight for, curing an illness. A challenge. A challenge. Which picture shows us a challenge? Picture A or picture B? Well, we can see that this looks difficult, but this looks easy. So, of course, which picture shows the challenge? The first picture. The maze is complicated. It is not simple, it is very complicated. You might get lost. But in the second picture, it is a straight, clear path. It is not a challenge. And what word form is a challenge? That's right, it is a noun. As it follows the article, in this case, it's a noun. A contribution. A contribution is money, help, or ideas given to help others. So, for example, every year during Ramadan, my family makes a huge. What do we use? Let's say a huge contribution. That's right. So every year during Ramadan, my family makes a huge contribution to our local orphanage. My mom, contribution, money, clothes, and food? No, that doesn't work. What word form do we have to change it to? That's right, we change it to the verb contribute. Contribute. You can drop off the ION and change it to an E. My mom contributes. My mom contributes money, clothes, and food. So again, every year during Ramadan, my family makes a huge contribution, noun, to our local orphanage. My mom contributes, verb, money, clothes, and food. A fundraiser. A fundraiser. It is a person seeking financial support or charity. I wouldn't say it's a person, I'd say it's an event. An event seeking financial support or charity. Remember, it's a different teacher who makes this from the one who's presenting. So what word form is this word? A fundraiser? That's right, it is a noun. It is a noun. And number two, when you raise funds, what are you collecting? What are you collecting? Financial. What kind of things are related to financial? That's right, funds are related to money. When you raise funds, you are collecting money for charity. Can you use the money from a fundraiser to buy yourself a new phone? Can you use the money from a fundraiser to buy yourself a new phone? No, of course not. The money is going to support a charity. A passion. A strong and barely controllable emotion. What word form is this word? Again, you can see we have the article, so it's a good indication that this word is a noun. A passion is a noun. And what is the adjective? What is the adjective? How do we change the noun form into the adjective? That's right, we can add IATE. Passionate. Passionate. And if you hate something, are you passionate about it? If you hate something, are you passionate about it? Well, I guess it depends on what it is that you dislike. You might passionately hate someone. But also we have the word dispassionate. Dispassionate is the opposite. It means you feel no strong feelings about matters. A proposal. This is a noun, a suggestion or recommendation. What is the verb form of this word? Try saying it. Proposal. Proposal. So this is a word, but what is the verb form? That's right, it is propose. Propose is the verb form. So for example, in the past tense, I proposed to my girlfriend and she said yes. Again, the verb form is propose. The past tense form, for example, I proposed to my girlfriend and she said yes. A requirement. A requirement. Something that is demanded, not voluntary. Something that is demanded, not voluntary. So you do not have a choice. You have to do it. So which image is a requirement to travel? A passport or a travel pillow? Which is required? That's right. Clearly, you need this. You need the passport to travel. You don't need a travel pillow to travel. It is optional. Can we think of another requirement to travel? Something that's related to a passport, something we put inside a passport? That's right. You need for some countries, you need a visa to travel. So travel, you need a visa and a passport. To travel, those are requirements. A response, a reaction or reply. Two people chatting to each other, and from these two images, which one does not have a response? Well, here we can see there's two people chatting to each other. They're having a conversation, but over here, we can see there is no one responding. There's only one person talking, and there's no response. So a reaction or a reply is response, but here there's only one person chatting, so there is no response here. Admiring. Admiring. What? A complimentary or approving. And what word form is this word? That's right, it is an adjective. The man is giving the pearl an admiring look. The man is giving the pearl an admiring look. Number 2, what is the verb form? What is the verb form? So the verb form is admire. Admire. For example, I admire the courage of firefighters. I admire the courage of firefighters. And what is the noun form? The noun form is admiration. Yes, admiration. For example, I am in admiration of Ronaldo's football skills. I am in admiration of Ronaldo's football skills. Number 4, can you admire something that you hate? Can you admire something that you hate? No, you don't. If you admire something, you have respect for it. But if you hate someone, you probably do not have respect for them. An oxymoron. An oxymoron. This is a noun. 2 words used together that have opposite meanings. Look at the examples in the picture. We have a plastic glasses. Why is it? Because they are both materials, but we put them into one idea and it sounds contradictory. Again, the same here, escaped prisoner. We know that prisoners are kept within walls, so escaped prisoner is contradictory. And again, deliberate mistake. Mistakes are accidental. So why do we say it next to deliberate? It is an oxymoron. So can we say it? Oxymoron. Oxymoron. And do you remember the adjective form of oxymoron? What is the adjective form of oxymoron? That's right, it's oxymoronic. Oxymoronic. Okay, to call someone up. Call someone up. To get in touch with someone by phone. To get in touch with someone by phone. So, which picture represents a vocabulary word? She is looking at her phone, but he is calling someone on the phone. So, to call someone up, which picture matches the vocab? It's clearly the man who is calling the phone, calling someone on the phone while the woman is just looking at her phone. Clear out. To remove or dispose of unwanted items. To clean a space. This vocabulary word is the verb. So from the 2 boxes below, which one will be cleared out? From the 2 boxes below, which one will be cleared out? Well, we can see here that donate means to give away, and keep means to not throw away. So which will be cleared out? That's right, the box full of donations. Remember the noun form, donation. So the child or children will clear out their room and donate them to charity. Can you think of things to clear out in your room? What are things that you might be able to donate from your room to charity? Well, it might be old toys or clothes that you no longer use or wear. And when is the best time to clear out unwanted items? Well, in your case, it might be around Ramadan when your faith asks that you do charitable deeds. And how does clearing out unwanted items make you feel? Well, it might make you feel happy that you are giving to less fortunate people. It might make you feel nostalgic about the fun you had with the items as a child. Or it might make you sad, reminding you of the good times in the past. Debatable. Having two or more opposing opinions that might be true or right. So, debatable. What word form is this word? That's right, it is an adjective. Debatable. For example, the answer isn't clear, it's debatable. Number 2, what is the verb form? The verb form is debate. We're now going to debate the merit of wearing clothes versus casual clothes at the university. Number 3, what is the noun form? A debate. A debate. For example, now's not the time for a debate. We're having a presentation. My friend and I were having a, what do we know? That's right, what's the noun form? Having a debate about the best restaurant in Alasa. What do you think is the best restaurant in Alasa? Tell your teacher. I'm sure they'll like to know. Definitive. Definitive. Not to be doubted or changed. So, definitive is the adjective. Define is the verb. What is the noun? What is the noun form of definitive? That's right, it is definition. Definition is the noun form. And the adverb? What is the adverb? That's right, it's definitely or definitively, depending how you pronounce it. Definitively. So here we can say it right here. Definitive. Definitive. If something is definitive, it means that it will not be doubted or changed. Determined. Stubborn or insistent. As a young girl, I was always, what's the adjective form of determined? That's right, it is, determined is the adjective. As a young girl, I was always determined to become a professional athlete. What is the noun form of determined? What is the noun form? That's right, determination. Determination. My determination grew when I saw many female athletes competing in the Olympics. In order to be successful, I had to work hard. This would verb. What's the verb form of determined or determination? That's right, it is determine. This would determine if I could be good enough for the Olympics. So again, as a young girl, I was always determined to become a professional athlete. My determination grew when I saw many athletes competing in the Olympics. In order to be successful, I had to work hard. This would determine if I could be good enough for the Olympics. Devote. Devote. To dedicate or commit. What word form is this word? That's right, it is a verb. Devote. For example, the girl is devoting her time to study, and he is not. So she is studying hard, but he is not studying and is playing on his phone. So which person is more devoted towards getting an A+? The girl is studying hard, while the boy is not, so clearly the girl is more devoted towards getting an A+. Donate. Donate. To give or contribute. This is the verb. What is the noun? We discussed it earlier. That's right. A donation is the noun. Donation. For example, remember to make a donation to your favorite charity, Ramadan. What about the adjective form? That's right, donated. For example, food banks are full of donated food free for the less unfortunate people. So now let's try saying it. Donate, donate. And can we list items that you can donate? Well, again, it can just be old items or items that you no longer use. Old items or things you no longer use. Those are great things that you can donate. Dry up. To slowly come to an end. Does this have a literal or a figurative meaning? Dry up. To slowly come to an end. Does this have a literal or a figurative meaning? Well, we can guess that actually it can have both meanings depending on the context. So for example, here, the lake has dried up. The lake is going to dry up. This would be a literal meaning of literal usage of dry up, whereas the money for the orphanage has dried up. What does that mean? That is a figurative meaning. So the money for the orphanage has dried up. What does that sentence mean? It means the money is finished. A. So if something dries up, it means it runs out. Emphasis. Special importance. Again, emphasis. Special importance. So is this a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb? That's right, it is a noun, an emphasis. For example, we put an emphasis on writing and speaking skills in this class. Can you make a sentence with each word? Well, for example, you can pause the video to make an example. We can also look at this text. So, which words are emphasized? If the display panel shows a red light, do not turn on the console. Hold down the power switch for 3 seconds to reset the device. Do not unplug the mains until all the lights on the display have gone out. So, which words are emphasized? Yes, we see red is emphasized with italics. Do not is underlined. 3 seconds has been emboldened. Do not unplug from the mains is in red text and gone out in capitals. Those are all different ways that the writer chose to emphasize, that is a verb form, emphasize words within the text. For example, you can emphasize your points in a debate by repeating them. End up. End up. To be in a situation without planning it. To be in a situation without planning it. Number one, what word form is this word? That's right, it is a prepositional verb. Prepositional phrasal verb. We have the preposition, we have the verb and the preposition. End up. And if you plan to go to a coffee shop, can you say that you ended up at a coffee shop? Again, if you plan to go to a coffee shop, can you say that you ended up at a coffee shop? No, because it means end up means to be in a position without planning it. And if you planned on going to a restaurant but ended up at your aunt's house, can you say that you ended up at your aunt's house? Yes, you ended up there. It was a situation where you did not plan on it. Figure out. Figure out. To understand, make a plan for, to solve a problem. It's a verb, and which image correctly represents someone that has figured out their homework? Which image correctly represents someone that has figured out their homework? Well, it looks like he understood that he has an idea, he has a light bulb, so he understands. He has figured it out. This guy, he still looks a little confused, so he has not figured it out. But the boy over here, he has figured it out. He understands. Fix up. Fix up. To repair or restore something to working order. To repair or restore something to working order. So, is he going to fix up the computer? Or is he repairing it or fixing it? First off, no, it doesn't look like he's going to fix it. It looks like he's trying to hit it, to smash it. So is he repairing it or breaking it? He is breaking it. But over here, is he going to fix up the bicycle? Yes, it looks like he is repairing it. So to fix up means to repair or to restore. It does not mean to break something. Fly under the radar. Fly under the radar. To try to avoid being noticed. Which pictures represent flying under the radar? She's trying to hide her face. The dog is trying to hide from the cat. These are examples of people or animals trying to fly under the radar. Over here, is he trying to avoid attention? No, he wants attention. And the same goes over here. He is trying to get a lady's attention. But fly under the radar means to try avoid being noticed, to try not attract attention. Find out. Find out. To learn new information about something. Example, I went to science class this morning and I found out. Found out. Not find out. Why? Because we have the past tense here. Went. And what do we know about find? Base verb find. What do we know about it? That's right, it is irregular. So it is found out, not find it out. So I went to a science class this morning and I found out a lot about animals. We learned a lot about lions and tigers. I'm excited to attend tomorrow's class. I am sure that I will find out. Will find out. Remember the future form, simple future form using will, we use will plus base verb. We'll find out more about our world. So again, I'm excited to attend tomorrow's class. I am sure that I will find out more about our world. Last one. Out new things about the world is amazing and exciting. Well, we have the ing form of the adjectives, so this might lead us to believe that we're using the present continuous. So how about finding out? Finding out new things about the world is amazing and exciting. So again, to find out just means to learn new information. Focus. Focus. To give attention to a particular subject. Each picture has a different focus. State the focus of each one. So, what is the focus of this biology lesson? What are they focusing on here? 2. What is the focus of this picture? What is this picture focused on? 3. What is the focus of this English lesson? And last but not least, what is the focus of this math lesson? What are they learning in this math lesson? So you can now pause the video, write down the answer of what you see is being focused on in each picture. Please pause the video now. Okay, so you should have taken the time to pause the video and write down the answer for what is being focused on in each picture, and you should now have your answers ready. Let's have a look at the answers on the following slide. Yeah. So if you wrote down for number 1, what is the focus of this biology lesson, and you wrote plants or something containing the word plants, give yourself a check. The second picture, what is the focus of this picture? It is, it's a shopping basket. A shopping basket or grocery basket. Some form of basket's okay. And for the third picture, what is the focus of this English lesson? Remember that E has a capital E. Remember, it's different teacher makes presentations. And it's not just letters, it is the alphabet, right? The alphabet is the focus of the lesson. And last picture, what is the focus of this math lesson? Shapes. Shapes are the focus of the lesson. So to reiterate, focus just means to give attention to a particular subject. Fulfilling. Completing or meeting a standard. Complete something expected. So write the word form for the following words. So, for example, fulfillment is what kind of word? Noun. Yep. For example, I get a lot of fulfillment from teaching. I get a lot of fulfillment from teaching. Second one, fulfill. Fulfill. What is that word form? That's right, it is a verb. For example, Amazon will fulfill my online order. Amazon will fulfill my online order. Last one, fulfilled. Fulfilled is an adjective. For example, I feel fulfilled from teaching. Again, the adjective fulfilled, I feel fulfilled from teaching. Have access to be able to use a resource. Which picture shows a person that has access to food? The lady that is buying apples, or the boy that is eating breadcrumbs off the floor? Of course, we can say that the woman has access to food. So to be able to use a resource. But we can see here the boy does not have access, so he must unfortunately eat crumbs off the floor. Have someone's back. To be prepared to offer support or assistance to someone. Which picture best represents the vocabulary word? So think about it again. Have someone's back means to be prepared to offer support or assistance. In this picture we see a boy is standing up for the girl. Don't bother her. So he is standing up for her. He is offering support. In this other picture, this girl is unfortunately alone. No one is standing up for her. She doesn't have someone at her back. Nobody has her back. Nobody's there to support her. In a big way, to a large extent. Look at the following sentences and think about the meaning of the vocabulary word. The man who took over a few weeks later has also helped further her career in a big way. The man who took over a few weeks later has also helped further her career in a big way. How could this man have helped her to further her career in a big way? Maybe he gave her advice. Maybe he helped her get a promotion. But second example, we expect global sea levels to increase in a big way. We expect global sea levels to increase in a big way. What does it mean for sea levels to increase? That's right, it means to rise in terms of meters. So if we expect global sea levels to increase in a big way, we can expect sea level to rise by multiple meters, up to 10 meters or more. And we know that those kind of cities that are on the coast or major rivers are in danger of rising sea levels in a big way. And the last one, they like to celebrate their birthdays in a big way. They like to celebrate their birthdays in a big way. Well, how do you celebrate? How do you celebrate a birthday in a big way? That's right, you can have a big party, invite lots of friends and family. You can go out for dinner. You can go do a special event. Those are all big ways that people can celebrate their birthdays in a big way, to a large extent. Okay. Indignation. Strong anger caused by something that you think is unfair or unreasonable. This is the noun, indignation. And what is the adjective of this word? What is the adjective of indignation? That's right, indignant. Indignant. And what is the adverb of indignant? That's right, indignantly. Indignantly. And which situation below represents the vocabulary word? A, if you're angry because your mom gave your sister more spending money than you, or B, you're angry because you both didn't get enough spending money. The answer is going to be A, because indignation is about strong anger caused by something that is unfair or unreasonable. So in A, your sister got money, but you didn't, or got more than money, but here, you both think you didn't get enough, which would be fair if you both didn't get it. Inspire. To encourage or motivate to do something. Write the word forms for the following words. So what are the word forms for all of these words below? 7 different word forms from the base form and inspiration. Where do we start? So the article gives us a hint. That's right, inspiration is a noun. That must be that inspire is, that's right, a verb. Number 3, inspired, adjective. Inspiring, another form of adjective. Number 5, inspirational, again, an adjective. Number 6, we see here ly and ly. That means these two are both, that's right, they are both adverbs. So again, what is number 1? A noun. Number 2, a verb. Number 3, adjective. 4, adjective. 5, adjective. And 6 and 7, adverbs. Keep on. To continue. This is a verb. Which picture represents this word? This man is trying. He keeps on missing the target, but he keeps on trying. He keeps on trying even though he is not successful. But over here, this man has given up. He is not continuing. He is not trying. He is not climbing. So, which picture represents this word? Keep on. That's right. The picture A, the man is trying. Make a difference. Make a difference. To have an important effect on something. So, which picture represents the vocabulary word? He is watering a small plant, and he is watering a dead plant. So, which represents the vocabulary word make a difference? Yes, it's probably picture A, because this brings to the second question, which picture would cause a positive change to happen? It's only this picture. Because the plant is dead, water cannot change it. But here, this is a small plant, and the small plant needs lots of water to grow. The water will make a difference and have an important effect on the growth of the plant. Manage. Verb, to handle or cope with a situation. Manage. Verb, to handle or cope with a situation. He looks calm. Does he look like he have good time? That he has? Does he have good time management skills? Yes, he does. He looks calm. He looks focused. Do you think he's coping well with his work? It looks like it. He's not upset. He's happy. He's enjoying himself. But over here, she looks stressed. She looks stressed. Does she have good time management skills? No, it looks like she is rushing to do things. So, do you think she's coping well with her work? No, I do not. Which brings us to the question, what do you do to manage your stress? Moral. Adjective, related to principles of right or wrong. Moral, adjective, related to principles of right or wrong. So, here are some examples of good and bad morals. Sort them into the table below. So first off, always tell the truth. That's right, telling the truth is good. Lying, the opposite of telling the truth, so bad. Do not destroy property. Everybody has property. That can just be your clothes, your car, your house. So do not destroy property, that's good. Stealing, again, bad. Have courage. Be brave, yes, that's good. Damaging things that you borrowed. Well, if you borrowed things, they're not yours, so damaging things that you borrowed from someone you know is a bad thing. Keep your promises. Again, that is good. Breaking promises, the opposite. Do not cheat. We all know that's good. Cheating, copying, we know too bad. Treat others as you want to be treated. The golden rule, good. Disrespecting others, nobody likes to be disrespected, bad. Do not judge, it's good. Backbiting, no one enjoys that. Being dependable. So to be dependable means to stick to your plans, stick to your agreements, don't change your mind, good. Putting others down for personal gain is always very bad. So again, these are all examples of good and bad morals which are related to principles of right or wrong. Opposed. Anxious to prevent or put an end to, disagreeing with. Write down the noun, verb, and adjective forms. So, what is the noun form? That's right, opposition. Opposition. And the verb, what is the verb? Oppose. Oppose. And the adjective, there are two of them, opposed and opposing. The adverb, what's the adverb form? Opposingly. Opposingly. Pay off. Pay off. To be successful and bring good results. So, he paid off his debt. He has broken the chain to his debt. He is debt-free. He paid it off. She studied hard. Do you think it paid off? Was it worth it? Well, she has graduated, so it has paid off. It was worth the effort. This person also studied hard, but still got an F. Did their studying pay off? No, it didn't. He didn't. He failed. And here again, back this one, he paid off debt. He's happy it paid off. Here he did not, so the debt is bigger. If you don't pay the debt off, it gets bigger. Philanthropy. Philanthropy. The act of giving to organizations who help provide to poor people. A philanthropist is a person who donates time, money, experience, skills, or talent to help create a better world. Anyone can be a philanthropist regardless of status or net worth. For example, Bill Gates is a well-known philanthropist, and Oprah Winfrey is in her own right as well. So, can we say it? Philanthropist. 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 And philanthropist is a noun, whereas the plural noun is philanthropists. Philanthropists. Pick up. Pick up. Verb, to collect something. To collect something. So, is he picking something up? No, he is throwing it away. He is littering. He is not picking up. But in this picture, is he picking up something? Yes, he is. He is cleaning up. He is picking up the garbage. Proportionately. Proportionally. In balance. In balance with. So, what is the noun? What is the noun? A proportion. A proportion. And the number 2, what is the verb? Portion. Portion it out. What is the adjective? Proportionate. Proportionate. So, does this picture represent good proportion? I would say yes. The two drawings are in balance. They are in balance. They are proportionate. But over here, this is an example of a bad proportion. Yes. What is this drawing? Why is this picture not proportionate? Again, remember, it's a different teacher who makes it. Why is it out of proportion? Well, you can see her neck is wrong, and her jawline is wrong, and her nose is wrong. So we have a very different sketch and painting from the real life, because the artist did not draw the woman proportionately. And proportionately, what is the word form? It is an adverb. Proudly. Proudly. Adverb, with a feeling of pleasure or satisfaction due to one's own achievements. What is the noun? What is the noun of proudly? Pride. Pride. You can have pride in your work. What is the adjective? Proud. I am proud. And which picture represents the vocabulary word? It is clearly this boy over here. He looks proud. He is holding his paper proudly. Put one's weight into it. To put all your effort in something. So it's a verb phrase. Is he putting his weight into his work? It looks like he's working hard. Is he working hard? Yes. Is he being lazy or sleeping? No. Do you think he'll finish the task on time? I think so. He is putting his weight into it. But over here, is he putting his weight into his work? No. Is he working hard? No. Or is he being lazy and sleeping? Well, he's certainly sleeping. And do you think he will finish his task on time? No, probably not. He is not putting his weight into it. Resentful. Resentful. Feeling bitter or angry about something that you think is unfair. Feeling bitter or angry about something that you think is unfair. For example, Mark's wife had a baby. Although his company was not busy during April, Mark's boss told him he could not take leave for a week to spend it with his family. This made Mark feel really angry and what's the adjective form? That's right, resentful. Resentful is the adjective form. This made Mark really angry and resentful. What's the noun form? What's the noun form? Resentment. Resentment. His resentment went on for a long time. He felt that it was unfair to allow someone to take leave for a wedding or a funeral, but not for the birth of their baby. He, past verb, he resented his boss more and more each time. So remember that to have resentment means to feel bitter or angry about something that you think is unfair. Ridiculous. Deserving or inviting mockery. Absurd. Write down the word form for each of the words below. So ridicule, what is it? There's two of them. So the first is the idea itself, the concept, which is ridicule. So ridicule is a noun, and the other ridicule word form is verb, ridiculous. That's right, ridiculous is the adjective. And ridiculously, we have to see the ly, so that means it is an adverb. So we can see here, these people here, they look ridiculous. They are deserving or inviting of mockery. Satisfaction. Satisfaction. Pleasure or happiness. This is a noun. What is the verb of satisfaction? What is the verb? That's right. Satisfy. Satisfy. And number two, what is the adjective? What is the adjective? There are two of them. They are satisfying and satisfied. Satisfying and satisfied are the adjective forms of satisfaction noun. And what is the adverb? This is a bit more complicated. That's right. It's satisfyingly. Satisfyingly. So, does she look like she is enjoying her meal? No, he doesn't. So will she be satisfied after? No, she probably won't be satisfied. But in this picture, does he look like he's satisfied? Yes, he looks like he's satisfied. It looks like he enjoyed his meal and he's sleeping. He has reached a state of satisfaction. Sitting around. Doing nothing special or useful. James likes to play games and watch TV every weekend. His mom works during the week and is really tired. She has to cook, clean, and shop for the family. Whenever she tells James to help her, he says that he is busy. He just sits around. That's right, present tense. He just sits around all day. He doesn't do much if he is not negative form, if he is not sitting around. He is usually in the kitchen heating up his food. So again, sitting around just means being lazy, sitting on the couch, not doing much. Tend to focus on. Tend to focus on. To put most of your attention and concentration on something. Focus is the verb. This means that you pay a lot of attention to one topic or activity. For example, my dad focuses a lot on us getting high scores in math, but my mom tends to focus more on us doing our chores. James is very focused on his math homework. The focus of the English lesson is pronunciation. Write down the noun and adjective form. So, what is the noun form of focus on? Focus, that's right, a focus. A focus. And the adjective form, focused. Focused. Okay, and thrilled, happy and excited about something. Write the word form for each of the following words. So, a thrill, that tells us the first part. So, noun. Thrill is the verb. Thrilled is the adjective. Thrilling is another adjective, which leaves us thrillingly as the adverb. All of these are variations of the same idea that to be thrilled means to be happy and excited about something. Turn someone down. To say no to someone. To refuse an offer. What is a verb form? It's a verb. This means that you are saying no to someone. For example, Sarah and Lucy go out for coffee. Lucy was busy and turned Sarah down. Did Lucy go for coffee? No, she didn't. Lucy was busy. She couldn't go get coffee, so she turned Sarah down. So to turn someone down is to say no to something. Year-round. Year-round. Happening all through the year. This is an adjective. Look at the images and select the ones that happen all year round. Well, do you go to school all year round? Most people go to school almost all year round, yes. What about work? Do people work all year round? Yep. Do people have iftar all year round? No, not necessarily. Does it rain all the time in Saudi Arabia? No. And snow? Definitely not all year round. Ramadan, once a year. So which pictures are the ones that happen all year round? That's right, going to school and working. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found it useful with this week's vocabulary, the word forms, and various examples and tasks covered in this video. Thank you very much for taking time to watching to the end, and have a great day.